I'm David Woodlighter, the group leader, and the 5 of my group members are here witnessing me providing the presentation today. Most of us are from the Bachelor's Admin, Business Admin group. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the introduction of the group assignment, aka the synopsis. This movie starts with a girl named America Chavez fleeing from a monster, and the monster still pursues the Defender Strange, but Defender Strange is dead, and she entered into the timeline called Earth 818, the main timeline, and this is after the Earth 818, Doctor Strange saved her. He found out the fact that he needs to stop the disaster from happening, which is the disaster caused by the one villain named Wanda Maximoff, and these are the concepts of reality and existence. The concepts of reality and existence is that different universes appear everywhere based on what are the actions done, and these are the consistent of numerous parallel universes shaped by individual choices, meaning that if you conduct action A, you have the plan A. In other words, you have universe A. If you conduct action B, you have universe B. For example, this is what it says there, saying that Wanda plans to reunite with her kids after she lost them to remove the hexes to save the place, and she wants to regain her kids from another dimension, which turned her into a villain. Next slide, please. Then this is the free will and freedom of choice. The free will enables decision shaped by individual wants, whilst freedom of choice assists in satisfying those wants or choosing others. Example, this can be seen by Wanda Maximoff, which is using a free will to get her children, using the dark hole just to get what she wants. As for determinism, this is based on your motivation to get what you want. This is the fact that Doctor Strange at the ending part of the movie, used the dark hole book just to save America Chavez and the universe from being destroyed. But at the end of the movie, he got corrupted. And this is a conclusion. It says that you use dark methods or evil methods to create a better good is also useless, as is to make things even worse, and this is what happens that's demonstrated by Doctor Strange. Okay, next presenter, please. Jibril. There you are.
Hello, today I'm going to present about metaphysics based on cultural globalization. Okay. The multiverse idea is made consumable by Hindu philosophy, which portrays a large cosmos and numerous universes. However, since there is no scientific evidence, I am ambitious about the possibility of traveling between universes. The movie's themes center on karma, the idea that decisions have an impact on results. Hindu teachings of attachment and sorrows are reflected in the characters' thirst for power. The movie primarily portrays the multiverse as fiction, despite the fact that it is an intriguing philosophical concept overall. Thanks.
Now I will be explaining about the concept of nihilism in the movie. Nihilism is believed that there is no real meaning or purpose, and also question that moral values are not important. This can lead to people feel that they are thinking that the moral value does not really matter. The example is Doctor Strange in the movie. He does not believe that moral values are not important when he lost sense of their responsibility. The reason inheritance in this movie can be related to two terms, which is science and religion. In the movie, for science, Scarlet Witch wants to take children from another universe. Thus, for religion, Scarlet Witch was innocent that people wants to achieve the personal goal. In conclusion, this movie demonstrates that nihilism thinking may lead to selfish and harmful behaviors. For ourselves, we must act our actions properly to each other. Next.
Very good afternoon, everyone. So, I will be briefly explain the example of egoism behavior in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, the first character that I selected is Stephen Strange. Doctor Strange demonstrates egoism, believe he is the only person capable of solving multiverses tricks. Then he is often ignores others' opinions and prefers making decisions alone. So he demonstrates arrogance and superiority complex. So the next character that I choose is Wanda Maximoff, which is Scarlet Witch. So she is obsessed with obtaining a life with her child from another universe, and she also prioritizes her personal desires over the safety of others. So last, she used the dark powers and harms innocent people to achieve her goal. So that's all for that. I will pass to the next president.
Hi, I'll talk about the decolonization. So this part will be about my personal opinion and my religious perspective. So I believe that moral behavior should promote respect, kindness, and consideration for others rather than focusing on personal gain. And also, my religious view on ego and selfishness is that when individuals become overly focused on their own needs, achievement, or image, they may neglect the feeling and well-being of others. So the next part I'll talk about is Stephen Strange being immoral despite having good intentions. Stephen Strange's behavior can be seen as immoral because although he wants to save people, he is often driven by arrogance and overconfidence. He tends to believe that he knows best and takes control without fully trusting or cooperating with others. So from a religious perspective, this reflects attachment to the self and pride, which are obstacles to wisdom, humility, and inner peace. Buddhism teaches that people should let go of ego and act with compassion, mindfulness, and respect for others. So the next part I'll talk about Wanda Maximoff being clearly immoral. So Wanda Maximoff's actions are immoral because her grief and desire to be with her children leads her to harm innocent people across multiple universes. In religious perspective, attachment and cravings are seen as the roots of causes of suffering. Instead of accepting reality, Wanda becomes consumed by emotional pain that turns into violent obsession. The next one is the Illuminati being immoral as a group. So the Illuminati acts immoral because they believe that they are superior to others and make extreme decisions without giving people a fair chance to speak or defend themselves. So their actions are driven by ego and arrogance, leading to injustice and suffering rather than true wisdom. So Buddhism teaches equality, compassion, and fair judgment for all beings and rejects the idea that any group should have absolute control over justice or life. So I'll pass the next one to
Thank you. Here, human nature concept explains about the basic human behavior and traits of each different characters. The first one is of 616, which is our main character, Doctor Strange. I would say he is intelligent with his way of words to help him use his way around to gather information in order to help America Chavez, which shows his caring side. As humble is his overall nature because of his transformation after his loss of both hands as a neurosurgeon in the past before he became a superhero. Earth 838 is the one Doctor Strange that remained in the group Illuminati. Here says heroic because he uses the Darkhold in order to defeat Thanos, but it shows his reckless side as well because Darkhold is an evil forbidden book. But evil forbidden book named by everyone. This also shows his stubbornness to take whatever it takes to reach his goal because he uses Darkhold, the evil forbidden book, to kill Thanos, which eventually led to his execution by his group Illuminati. The third one, Sinister Strange, is the corrupted version of Doctor Strange after losing his loved one, and this shows his selfishness as well because he uses Darkhold in order to try fix his mistakes with his past loved ones, and because of the power he possessed after gaining the Darkhold, he becomes more arrogant as ever because he believed he could control everything on his own. Lastly, Wanda Maximoff as the main villain of the movie. She eventually became corrupted because he was influenced by Darkhold, and she became broken as well because she experienced her loss of loved ones of both Vision and her children, and he eventually became so obsessive to reunite with her children with any means, including killing innocent people as well as hunting for America Chavez as well. Overall, I do think the movie, I do agree with most part of the movie's portrayal of human nature, but I do think it's a little bit over exaggerated. Next.
This slide concludes the movie's main message. The film shows that every decision we make has consequences, and chasing unlimited power often leads to suffering and destruction. Through the idea of the multiverse, the movie encourages us to think about responsibility, ethics, and how different choices can change our lives. In the end, it reminds us that making the right choice is often the hardest thing to do. And that's it. Thank you very much.